What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Here we have a matchup of Purple Luffy versus Shanks. This is at Stacked Packs. This is a big tournament for a top player Big Mom card. So yeah, I decided to bring out the best deck I have. Also, shouts out my friends Adrian, Lou, and Felipe. They helped give me this sick new Luffy leader for my birthday. So that was pretty tight. So yeah, really excited to play this deck. I think this is my strongest deck. That's why I brought it back. We lost a dice roll. We're going second. I keep this hand. The reason I keep it, we have the kid play, which is probably the best play we could play on our second turn, as well as we have a Luffy Taro. So kind of like that. I also kind of like the idea of that 9-10 Luffy. But yeah, this tournament's going to be a few rounds of Swiss, and then top 8 players, top cut. So yeah. He starts off with a Dawn Pass, and we are going to start with 2 Dawn and then Pass. Don't have a Law Searcher. He's going to swing 7 into life. We give him 2k, 1k, which we're going to do, the Kamazo and the Sanji, and pass. Now we go to our 5 Dawn. We're going to ramp, go to 5. And we're going to swing 5 to life, just check, and then we're going to tap a 5 for the kid. So next turn, we're going to be in line to Luffy Taro, and we can get that Dawn back. The only problem is we don't have a great play off of the Luffy Taro. We have 2 Nami blockers, but we're not going to be able to get their effect off, I don't believe, unless we ramp, because we're at 5 Dawn. We could go up to 8, but we'd have to return it. Actually, no, we could probably do it. We do the kid first. He swings 5 into life. We block. Then he plays the Rush Luffy from starter deck 1 and swings 6. We give him the 2k. That card also can be unblockable if you give it 2 Dawn. We're at 7 Dawn. So we could actually get the effect of Onami off. That's the again, we don't have a great play off of it. We're gonna ramp just to see what we grab, and we grab a Sanji, so we don't have a great play off of it. But at 8 Dawn, we could Luffy Taro, return the Dawn. We can get it back with Kid, and then get the effect of Nami. Because you can choose the order if you want to do Kid before the Nami. So we play that. We get the Kid back, and now we're at 8 Dawn. So now we can activate Nami's Dawn or effect, which is if you're at 8 Dawn or more, you can pitch a card to draw 2. So we're drawing to another Luffy Taro and a Songoro. So we have another cool play if we wanted to next turn to go wide. Now we're going to swing 7 life. He takes. So we've got 2 blockers on board and a Luffy Taro. He is going to his 7 Dawn turn, so Ben Beckman is in play. Maybe we should have swung the kid blocker because he could just bend back, which he does. Maybe we should have got an extra value and swung 2. So he swings 5 into life. Give him the 1k. And then he's going to swing 6 and we'll block. Now we're going to 10 Dawn. So we could Luffy Taro Songoro if we wanted to go wide, or we could drop the big Luffy. We also have a Big Mom. We could heal. We're going to swing 5 life. See what he does. He takes. I'm kind of surprised by that, but I thought he would just leader effect. But he's probably saving that just in case. We swing 8 to life. He does leader effect and then gives us a 2k. Actually, yeah. No, maybe I think I swung into the Luffy, actually. 8 to the Luffy. Now we play the big boy Luffy, the 9-10. Thinking about where the swing should go, we're going to swing into the Luffy. He's already used leader effect, so he'd have to give us a ton of cards out of hand. He lets it die. Now he's at 9 Dawn. Yeah, so next turn we could Luffy Taro into if we wanted to go wide. We can also drop the Big Mom heal and put something away, but there's not a great candidate. He plays the Nami Searcher, searches top 5 for a Straw Hat. He grabs a new starter deck, Rush Luffy. If he plays that, that could be a good candidate to Big Mom to put at the bottom of his life. We do have one Don standing, but we don't have a Gum Gum Giant, so just keeping that up. He plays Mole Pistol, which minuses our Luffy Taro by -4, so it's at 3,000 power, and swings 5 into it. He doesn't get the extra effect of popping something. Now he swings 7 into life. Thinking about whether to take, looking at how much Dawn he has standing. He has 5, I believe. We take and we get a Luffy Taro. Now he's going to play a Lucky Roo blocker. Lucky Roo's effect is on KO, it pops a original power of 6,000 on my board. So I'm going to swing 10 and well, I'm thinking about what to do. We have 2 Big Moms. We have a decent amount of hand. We have a 10k swing on board. We're going to swing 10 into life. He takes. Now I'm thinking about what I want to do. I could drop the Big Mom and put the Lucky Roo away. I'm going to swing 5 into life. Key leader abilities. We could go wide or we could Big Mom. And I'm thinking about what to do, and I think my original reason why I swung 5 was because I was planning on Big Momming, but now I'm rethinking it, and I think I'd rather Luffy Taro because I don't have a Gum Gum Giant. If he were to drop some more, I know he has that one Rush Luffy, he could potentially have 3 swings. Don't have a ton of counter in hand, so we decided to Luffy Taro to Zoro Juro. The main reason we're doing this is we're searching for a Gum Gum Giant. I feel pretty vulnerable without one, and we're able to grab one. So then we're gonna pass with 3 Dawn standing. Not optimal. I could have swung 7 with lead. That probably would have been the most optimal play. But again, I changed my mind mid-turn about what I was going to do. He's checking my trash. Not sure what he's checking for. Probably 2Ks. The only problem with this play is that he has that Lucky Roo blocker, and he could pop my Zoro. As soon as my Zoro swings, as soon as I swing anything, it's probably that Zoro is gonna die. So I'd have to swing that Zoro first next turn. I do have a way to get rid of that Lucky Roo though. I could Big Mom it. So that's just an option. That might be the play, is to drop the 9 Mom and put the Lucky Roo away, and that way my Zoro is safe. But yeah, that Zoro Juro is dead unless I do something about that Lucky Roo. Again, not a ton of counter in hand. We do have a Gum Gum Giant though. He swings 7 into life. Inside, we're gonna think about whether we want to give him 2k, 1k, because that's about all. I think that's the entirety of our counter in hand. So we'll do that 2k, 1k. Swings 5 into life. And I'm thinking about whether the Gum Gum Giant, but ultimately we'll take. We draw another Gum Gum Giant. So now we have 2. He taps 5 for Luffy, puts a Dawn on, and swings 7 into life. Now we'll Gum Gum Giant. Pitch a Luffy Taro, draw 2, return 2. We didn't draw into. We drew 2 1Ks. And now he plays a chopper blocker. He gains extra 2,000 power on his turn. So now we're at 9 now because we Gum Gum Gianted. We don't get to go to 10. We're gonna swing 6 into life, and we're gonna. I'm guessing he's going to. Oh, I thought he would block with the Lucky Roo, but he gives us a 2K. As soon as he blocks with that Lucky Roo, that Zoro is dead. And his board's pretty wide right now, and I'm kind of scared. So I think the idea here is we're going to play the Big Mom, put the Luffy away, the Rush Luffy. But I want to be able to clear his board as best as possible. So I'm going to swing 8 into... Think about whether to swing into the Luffy. That's the thing. So I swing 8 into the Luffy. Hopefully he can get some cards out of hand, or I can make him use the Lucky Root blocker. He has 1 Dawn standing too. So he gives us the Lucky Root blocker, pops our Zoro. And then now we're free to Big Mom. We also have Leader Swing. He has not used Leader Effect yet. Swing 10 into the Luffy. The reason being here is, again, I'm probably thinking about putting that Big Mom away, or playing the Big Mom to put that Luffy away. But if he lets it die, then maybe we don't have to. So he does Leader Effect, and then gives us the Rad Beam, so he gets out of it. But I'm trying to maybe see if he would use the Chopper blocker. At least we got him to use the Rad Beam. But we put the Luffy away. We're going to heal, and yeah. So this was just, I'm trying to get, the point there was I was trying to, I did get some cards out of hand. I got the event out of hand. But now we're in a weird spot. We don't have any standing Dawn. I don't think he can kill me. So he swings 5 into life, especially when he swings 5 into life. I give him the 1K. If he had like a dragon or another one of those Rush Luffys or something along those lines, we could have been in slight trouble because, again, not a lot of counter and no standing Dawn for Gum Gum Giant. But he's at all 10 standing Dawn. And he still has a Beckman swing. He probably won't swing the Chopper blocker. Actually, no, he didn't swing 5 into life. It was me pitching that card, was a part of the Big Mom effect. So we still could be in trouble if he plays a Rush card. He swings 5 into life. And we do have a 1K, so we'll give him that. And then now he plays the 10-12 Shanks, minus his 1,000 power. He swings into our Luffy Tar, we let it die. And then he swings 7 into life. And we take. So now we have 3 swings. He has 3 alive. He has a blocker. And everything on our board is minus 1,000 power. Can't really do anything about that Shanks. Kind of just going to be there. It's unfortunate. If he plays another one, it could be really, really bad, but it's getting to the end game here. We have 2 big bodies and a 5K swing with Leader. So we're going to start off with a 5K swing, see what he does. He takes, thinking about whether to activate trigger. He doesn't. He has no standing Dawn. So I swing 9 life. And he gives us the blocker. So I like that. I like that we cleared that blocker. And now here's where I think I make a slight mistake. I swing 10 into the, or excuse me, it's not 10, it's 9 because the Shanks minus. I swing 9 into the bend back, but I think this swing should go into life. I should know that he's got a decent amount of cards in hand plus leader effect. And I should put him at 1 life. So he's able to counter out relatively easily. And we're going to drop another Big Mom, pitch a Zorojuro, return a Dawn to heal. And we still have 1 standing Dawn, 4 Gum Gum Giant. So the idea here is, I mean, I think that last swing should have gone into life. I don't know if it makes too much of a difference. But yeah, now I'm at 3 cards in hand, 1's a Gum Gum Giant. And he's currently showing 3 swings. Now here's where I get completely in my head. I think I'm looking at that Rush Luffy. I'm thinking about Dragon as well. I'm thinking about the amount of swings. I think I just was thinking about too many things. I lost track. So here I'm going to make a really dumb mistake. He swings 8 into life. I should Gum Gum Giant here. This is a pretty easy decision, I think, in retrospect, to Gum Gum Giant, get out of this, and therefore he's got he can't drop another Shanks on us because he's used a Dawn. But I decided to take for some reason. I don't know what I was thinking. Again, I think I was thinking in my head about dragons and other Luffys, and even trying to justify it doesn't make sense. It was just a dumb decision. I take the 8 because now he can swing 12 with the Shanks, and then 14 for game with lead, and like I don't have a ton of counter in hand. Yeah, if I had 2 Dawn standing, I feel pretty comfortable, but I don't. I only have 1. Now he swings 12 into life. And I'm realizing, oh my god, I made a mistake. I take, we get a 2K, so at least there's that. We have somewhat of a prayer. He's going to swing 14 into life. Hopefully this Gum Gum Giant draws us into a bunch of 2Ks. We pitch, return 2 Dawn, draw 2, and we draw only 1K off of that. So we're going to swings 14. We're only able to get the 13 to counter out. So yeah, just a horrible mistake at the end. I don't really know what I was thinking again. I just kind of had a bad decision there. But hey, that happens. My opponent was a really good player. He took advantage of it. And even if I survive that turn, that's not necessary that I win on the crackback, because he probably keeps some Dawn up, or could throw some blockers out there, depending on if we counter out of that swing. So yeah, not saying anything about that, just saying that it was a dumb decision, not not optimal decision. Credit to my opponent. Yeah, really good player, really good Shanks player. He ends up going on to win the entire tournament, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I know I made a huge mistake at the end, and I think I made a mistake with the Luffy into the Ben Beckman swing towards the end as well. I also swing a couple times into board when maybe I should have swung life. I would love to hear any tips or anything along that lines. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Really appreciate you, and see you next time.